You are listening to the OmniTalk Fast Five, brought to you in partnership with the A&M Consumer and Retail Group, Firework, SPS Commerce, and Sezzle. I'm going to move us into headline number 3, where we're going to talk about video, Chris, because YouTube now, Google-owned YouTube, plans to double down on video shopping. So according to Glossy at VidCon, maybe they do videoizing at VidCon, Chris.
VidCon sounds like something else, but you know, I don't think it's that, but it sounds like that.
Well, at VidCon from June 21st to 24th, the platform's the platform's YouTube drop shop is took place actually, with a star-studded lineup of participants, including the likes of Aaliyah Gaynor, Cassie Ho, and Christian Dominique, all of whom Chris has likely never heard of. And I cannot say that I have either.
Have you heard of them? No, you haven't. Okay, good.
Okay, so this news comes on the heels of YouTube's June 14th official launch of its affiliate program for any creator with 20,000 subscribers or more. Bridget Dolan, the head of shopping content partnerships at YouTube, said beta tests of the program have been going, quote, really well, end quote, with with retailers including Sephora and Ulta Beauty participating since the fourth quarter of this year. Chris, what do you think about this? We kind of gave your thoughts on Google, but now let's talk about the videoizing of YouTube.
Yeah, it's a great segue. And I think it's why we put these headlines right next to each other. You know, we put them right smack next to each other because you can't look at the last story without also looking at this story. So I go back to the point I made before. Where are people when they want to shop or engage with content that inspires them? The answers to that, quite frankly, right now are simple. It's TikTok, YouTube, probably Instagram as well.
Yeah.
So Google is right to put more eggs in this basket. The question will just come down to the user experience design, which will get better over time. So net, you get back to the strategic question of, do they stand a better chance of winning here than with an online marketplace that will always be no better than a poor redheaded stepchild to Amazon? Well, the answer is, I mean, when you think about it that way, the answer is hell yes. So you can see why they're sunsetting their shopping platform, putting more eggs in this basket. And to your point, I think is great. Taking a greenfield approach to probably commerce in general through Google, which I think makes a ton of sense as well.
Yeah, I love this. I'm going to bring up the Commerce Next Gen Z panel again, which, you know, at first I was not sure whether I was going to go to that. And I'm so thankful that I did, because I think it's giving
explain the audience what that was.
Yeah, such a great level of insight of just the next generation and some really interesting tidbits on their shopping behavior. But basically it was 5 students that were all from all over the country who were participating in college students participating in this Gen Z panel, talking about buying behaviors of their generation. But the thing that they said that still sticks with me, and I think really proves that where YouTube is going with this is so intelligent, is that somebody in the audience asked, you know, if you are looking, what was the last product you bought and how did you discover it? Where did you buy it from? Or how did you gain confidence in buying it? And every single one of them said either TikTok or YouTube. That's where they're doing their research on products. That's where they're going for discovery, like you said, for the engaging content that's going to get them interested in a brand. And then they're buying. So the ability now for YouTube to allow creators that these Gen Z customers are following to be able to buy that right within the video, I think is huge, and will really kind of provide the blueprints for how brands are going to start to sell to their consumers. And I think this is where Google should be focusing their efforts. Like, how are you powering the location database, the search database of Google inside of YouTube? Like, how are you helping people find this content first, shopping experience, and then purchase right in there? And I think the other key part that's going to help in the success of this, Chris, is that this is a way better experience for these content creators, which, you know, Karen Tracy from Meta said, like, invest in your creators. Well, now the ability for these creators to be able to put this shopping experience directly in content across their entire channel, that's making it super simple for them to make money and more motivated to create more content. So I love this. Love it.
Yeah. The other point I'd raise too, just to close it out too, because I remember I asked you this after you came back from that panel too. I was like, there's a discretionary versus a non-discretionary element here too. Like, my hunch is that the Gen Zs were thinking about the last inspirational product that they bought, you know, was through TikTok or Instagram. but I doubt they're looking for I doubt they're searching for the last tube of toothpaste they bought on YouTube or
Actually,
Instagram.
that's not true. Like they were talking about buying sunscreen. Like it was functional things, Chris. I was
Well,
shocked.
yeah,
Like, it was not.
I'm talking like
Sunscreen,
truly
like-
discretionary. Sunscreen, you get into a little of the beauty elements, the skin elements, but I'm
Yeah.
talking like truly discretionary things, like the things that you're restocking your or non-discretionary things. I apologize.
Sure.
The things you're restocking your pantry for. And I think it goes back to the other point, because for those, you're going direct to the grocer. You're probably using Instacart or, DoorDash or, or Amazon. And so like, it's hard for Google to sandwich itself in on these elements when it comes to non-discretionary items in particular. And so the discretionary side, to your point, is totally going to go this way instead, I think.
Mhm.
But last
Yeah,
word,
I mean,
go for it.
I mean, there's potential there. Like, it doesn't matter if it's Crest hiring the creator to, like, it's all kinds of, I think, content driven shopping experiences. Like that's the way.
Yeah, I'm talking about the reload though. I'm talking about like when you're in the reload mindset, you're not going to go do that on Google. Like you're just not going to search. You're not going to shop Google that way.
Right.
Like it's just not going to happen.